It is really starting to get nasty here in Southern California. In fact, all the way down to the Mexican border and below, we are going to have gale force winds. Small craft advisories are up for treacherous seas. You definitely want to be really, really careful. This blow is supposed to last through Tuesday, so stay safe, my friends.
Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Surfside, California. What you just watched was at sunset last night here. It was starting to get really nasty. It was okay at daybreak here, but man, the wind is starting to hoot again. And I'm hoping you can hear me. If not, I'm going to be voicing over this report. But I hope you're able to hear me. It's dreary, it's cold, it's windy, but it's still really a gorgeous morning here in SoCal. Blessed to be here, blessed to be with you, blessed to have met so many great people yesterday. We're going to talk bluefin tuna. What is going on with our bluefin tuna bite? It's been pretty darn tough here recently. Of course, we'll talk weather, we'll talk the Bart Hall show, and we have got so much more for you. You know what time it is, everybody. It is time for the morning briefing, and this coffee couldn't come in at a better time, man. It's cold here this morning. Good morning, my friends. Now, that thing was red hot when I got down here not that long ago, and it's already lukewarm. All right, weather. That is the 650,000-pound elephant in the room, and we're going to go through a couple of days of weather now where fishing is going to be very, very difficult. And I'm going to just start here with the beach and fishing the rocks because our dear friend Landon, you see him on the cover of the morning briefing, he caught a nice sand bass, fishing shorelines and surf and that kind of thing. This is a very treacherous time to be doing that, especially on a beach like this or on the jetties. You don't want to be doing that. So please, people get washed out to sea every single year. Exercise caution because there are so many beautiful, great days ahead for you and I. And speaking of the shoreline, we're going to have a Grunion run that's going to kick into gear in a few more days on April the 6th. It's going to run through April the 9th. Those silvery little devils will be on the beach having fun here in the evening hours. It's observation only, so keep your grimy hands off those poor little Grunion for right now. But you can bring the kids down to see the spectacle, and it truly is a spectacle of nature. It's really awesome to see. For fishermen, it's just a big old bunch of chum. It's the deckhand throwing a scoop of bait, but more than a scoop. I mean, thousands of scoops. And by that, I mean, predators will surely follow all those Grunion in here to the beach. So you'll see an increase in halibut, yellowfin croaker, even corvina, barred perch, all of those surffish, depending upon water temps and that kind of a thing. You'll start to see all of that. Patreon members are the life's blood. Man, my camera's blowing around here. Patreon members are the life's blood of Friedman Adventures. Thank you. For as little as $5 a month, you help us to produce more and more content. There is the QR code. Scan that and become a Patreon member today. I saw so many of you at the show. I can't thank you enough. All right, what is going on with our bluefin tuna bite? We had some really good early sign on it, a week or so ago, and then it kind of went down the tubes on us. I think it has something to do with these colder water temperatures this year. So it's just taking a little bit longer to get rolling. We've had some good scores. I mean, the Polaris Supreme had 41 of those nice bluefin fish, almost to 200 pounds, 40 to 170. But the last few trips have really been tough. So we'll just have to wait and see where it all goes from here. Polaris Supreme on a 3-day trip, 10 bluefin tuna on their most recent trip. So definitely much slower. The American Angler, I think, had 2 bluefin tuna. And then we had the Pegasus and the Pacific Queen and some other guys work out to the west and scour an area, glassing all day long, trying to find some schools. And while they found a couple of uncooperative 40-pound fish, it was pretty tough, really tough. Not anything was caught. So once again, just hang on, everybody. We're going to get back into the game. Now, that cooler water, I know a lot of you are thinking albacore. I'm going to be doing an albacore forecast update in just a couple of days as we put some more facts together for you. There's been albacore taken about 600 miles from here, from, let's say, Point Loma in San Diego. So while that is a long ways away, some people are pointing to that like it could mean something really, really good. So we're watching that whole situation, and we'll continue to do that as we go along. Hopefully that is in our future. So albacore, longfin tuna, like cooler water. We certainly see that happening right now with that La Nina push from the north. However, with a El Nino, warm water, brewing in the equator, it is going to be a fascinating year. There is no question about that. Well, of course, this inclement weather, this wind, is screwing up our rockfish season because it just opened up, and a lot of guys had a lot of fun. The Amigo was out at San Clemente Island. They had some really great fishing. Thunderbird out of Davies Locker, Newport Beach, had great fishing. I'm just naming a couple of boats. I mean, from San Diego up to the Channel Islands, we've seen some really excellent rock fishing going on. So that opens up an entirely new option to everybody, and that is really great news. Those fish are so good to eat, colorful, denizens of the deep. Really, really nice fishing for several boats. Native Sun, Pursuit, out of 22nd Street, Long Beach-based boats. Not trying to just single out a few guys, but you get the picture. Some really, really excellent fishing. However, pretty nasty here this morning, and this wind is supposed to intensify and work its way into a gale in some areas. So it's going to get pretty darn nasty and breezy. Once again, no time for you to be out on the water. Hey, we have all of our stuff in Mexico right now. Stuff, clothing, medical supplies, books, shoes, so many items, thousands that we're going to send down to Cedros Island with the help of Diego Nuno, who is a deckhand on board the Royal Star. Diego's out at sea, but he'll be back, and then him and I are going to start working on it. I can't thank all of you who have contributed to our GoFundMe page. That has helped me because it is really costly to get this stuff across the border. Really, really costly. So if you could go to our GoFundMe page, you can find it on our Facebook page, or you can just send me a text. If you want our charter list, if you want to help with our GoFundMe, whatever it is, just send me a text, 657-227-6459, and we'll get that out to you. Now, the beaches, as I said, with that Grunion run, could kick into gear here right after this, and we're looking at some gorgeous weather in a few more days. After we get through this nonsense, we are looking at some beautiful weather. It should be nice for those Grunion runs. And man, I'm going to be fishing these beaches and taking you along with me. I can get a few hours in almost every day, and that's going to be a lot of fun. We'll see how that all goes. All right, we've got a couple of dates. April 13th, we'll be at the Redondo Rod and Gun Club. We've got raffle tickets for sale. We've got Bill Wilkerson, who's going to be there. We've got Danny Cadota doing a live show. It is going to be an awesome night. April the 13th, Redondo Rod and Gun Club. Just send me a text. I can get you the information. They've got dinner there for $10, and they put on one heck of a good feed all the time. You can also talk to us about our big day coming up at Santa Ana River Lakes, which is going to be on April the 15th. That's going to be a lot of fun. From 8 in the morning till 2 in the afternoon, we'll be tutoring kids on the fine art of trout fishing. So bring the kids out. It's going to be a lot of fun for $10. When you get into the raffle I just mentioned, and you can win a Penn Fathom reel, you can win a beautiful custom trout rod, and you get lunch. And you don't have to be present if you're just thinking about getting a raffle ticket and winning one of those great prizes. You don't have to be there, but if you are there, take your ticket over to me or Chuck or one of the guys, and you will get copious amounts of food, courtesy of the Redondo Beach Rod and Gun Club. They are great. Guys, if you want a raffle ticket or a little bit more information, text us at 310-918-1448. All right, my friends, so we've got bluefin tuna, we've got albacore, the Coronado Island yellowtail bite. Don't let me skip over that, for God's sakes. It's pretty non-existent right now. Saw some fish, didn't want to bite, but copious amounts of colorful, good-eating rockfish for the San Diego on their most recent trip. They're going to be in the docks for a couple days because of this wind. So once again, hopefully they'll get back on that yellow. About a month ago, that yellow showed all the right signs. It was biting down at Collinette, which is 120 miles down the coast. My camera's going to blow over. It was biting down there full speed. We had some huge scores down there. We saw it 20 miles further down or 140 miles down from Point Loma down there around San Martin Island and the coastal areas. And we also we're seeing some fish around La Jolla for some of the kayakers and that kind of stuff. I think we get through this weather and maybe that light switch will flip back on. It's been yo-yo ironfish for sure. That's a great way to take those forkies. They bite that yo-yo on the 50-pound, 60-pound, 40-pound if you're a sportsman. Just kidding. Yeah, you can fish it with 40. But yo-yo iron was definitely the way to go. Either that or dropper loop and with a good hot sardine. In weather like this, most of the time you're going to use a 6 to 8 ounce torpedo. Today you'd be using like, 13, 14 pounds. That should be able to get you down to the bottom and hold for you in a day like this. And you can see it's not capping or anything quite yet, but it's getting there. It's going to be capping here in just a little bit. Our friends down in Ensenada, Baja California Norte, are continuing also to pick away at a few yellow, some nice big bonita, and also some really nice rockfish down there in that neck of the woods. Hey, and I've got to thank all the wonderful people who came by at the Bart Hall Show. What a show it was. Bart, congratulations, my friend, on putting on such a wonderful show. It was so much fun, so many great people, and it's on a roll again. The Bart Hall Show is back. It's going to be bigger and better next year, which will be in January, my friends. It's going to be early next year. Can't wait for that. Saw so many great people, and I want to thank each and every one of you who came by and said hello. That means the world to me. It was so great to meet you, to hear your feedback about Friedman Adventures, and I really can't thank you enough for taking time out of your busy day to drop by and say hello. It is deeply appreciated. All right, once again, Patreon members are the life's blood of Friedman Adventures. There it is again, that QR code. You can sign up today. And also, my deepest thanks for all you do to help us help our brothers and sisters on the other side of the border. That is deeply appreciated. All right, I'm getting out of here, man. It's cold. It looks like it could rain. I don't think it's going to do that, but it's starting to blow here. It's kind of nasty this morning. I'll be back with lots more. We've got a whole bunch of content today. I shot a lot at the show. Danny Cadota and Rick Gover. I can't wait to put that up about catching big bass. Those two guys are awesome. I'll have that and so much more. Have a great day, and as always, it's my pleasure to spend time with you. I deeply appreciate you taking time to spend it with me. Have a great one. Morning briefing in the books. We'll see you a little bit later today. Take care, my friends.
Let's go. Chop, chop.
This is not a translator. I'm going to let her introduce herself to you.
I'm Desiree.
Oh my god! Holy shit! Yeah, this is good. I'm so happy. Oh my god, Phil, how the hell did you do this?
Judith Nature Tours and Whale Watching is located at 22nd Street Landing in beautiful San Pedro, California. She does 25 knots and can put you on whales and other marine life within minutes of departure. And it's your own private group. Up to 8 people can go on board the Judith Ann and witness the gray whale migration, blue whales, humpback whales, sea lions, pods of dolphin, and so much more. It is such a unique way to see the brimming marine life off the Southern California coast. Captain Tom Doerr has been doing this for decades, and he will put you right in the middle of an adventure that you will remember for a long time to come. It's the Judith Ann Nature Tours and Whale Watching out of 22nd Street Landing in beautiful San Pedro.